you would hear other words being spoken. What does that represent? My physical speech is just a mirror of my non-physical concepts and ideas. They have done reverse technology speaking with the president and other political figures, and what he says in the reverse speech is sometimes very different than what his physical speech is saying. So that's why we can close off one side of the nostril and get the other side going, because physical reality is mirroring. Okay? Does everybody need a break? Okay, you want like a 10-15 minute break? Okay, because you've been so nice, I'll give you a break. But we'll keep it to 10-15 minutes. They just need a break. Okay? Yeah? Okay, sorry about that. Next, spinning wheel, and that was in Sanskrit language and even ancient Egyptian language. Is there a physical or biological basis for this concept? Exactly. And what the chakra system is, or what the chakras really are nerve ganglions or bundles of nerves that come together at certain parts of the body, and where they meet, they produce an electromagnetic field that has a particular color associated with them. And that energetic field then energizes and supports the various organs associated with that section of the body. That's what the biological basis of the chakra system is. And here again, based on some of that information I had given you last night on the Illuminati, there's a lot of disinformation about the chakra system and the colors. So a lot of what I might tell you in this next section may not agree with what you've learned over the past some odd years that you've been studying this. So ask questions about it and see what you think. Now you'll notice hanging up here, I have what I call chakra socks or chakra tubes, which are made out of silk from Thailand. Now I purposely made them this way, or had them made this way, so that they are hollow in the middle and they can be stuffed so that they can create a tube or a cylinder. For the few years that I've been teaching this, people have asked for a visual aid about the chakra system, and so I finally had these made in Bangkok. Now, actually the woman who made them was Madame Betty, who was Princess Diana's dressmaker. And she had this shop in Bangkok, and she went through and picked all the Thai silk that could match as perfectly as possible the colors that I talk about in the chakra system. Now, many of you, over the years, and I'm just going to show you this because it's so common, and I'm going to draw a diagram of a person. I'm not an artist, so bear with me, okay? Many of you over the years have learned about chakra spinning. How many of you heard of chakra spinning? But you've all maybe heard about it in a vortex manner. For example, you may have learned that it spins like a vortex into the chakra, then comes out the other side. How many of you have learned it that way? Yeah? Do you ever use that? No? I want you to think about something logically now. If you take a glass of water and you put your finger in it and you start going like this, like a vortex, what happens to the water in the container? What happens to it? But what's formed? Like a hole, or like you call a tornado vortex. A hole is formed in the water. So what happens on your body if you spin this way, your energy field, what's being created in you? A hole. Does that sound right to you? But does that sound like something you want to create in yourself, whole in all areas of your body? What can happen if there's this tube going through you like this? Accessed. That's why it's taught like that. This is not a new concept. This goes back thousands of years. The way I show you to learn it, if this is a person, it is as if you were in a tube layered in colors. That's what these tubes and socks are about. And the spinning or the movement of the energy is around you in this cylinder like discs. It moves horizontally. Colored discs moving horizontally. In this way, your energetic integrity is maintained. There are no openings possible, and all your energy is then enhanced within the container. We'll try it together in a few moments, and you'll see the difference of how you feel. But I want you to learn something else here. You will see on my chakra tubes how many colors are on there. Now there are 7 main chakra centers in the body, but I have 8 colors there. I'm using a non-chakra color on the tube. Why? Grounding and balancing. If you could see energy through an electrospectrograph, you would see that gravity has a brown color to it. And your body, from the bottom of your feet to the top of your thighs, resonates in a brown color. This is what grounds you and holds you to the earth. That's why soil and tree bark and small animals and sand has a brown resonance to it, because they're picking up the energy of that field. And your body too picks up that brown energy. It's not a chakra color, but it's the color of the earth's grounding to your body. It's like being plugged into the outlet. The earth being the outlet and you being the plug. That's why you're separate like this too. Okay? But I'm going to talk more about that in a minute, because a lot of bad information out there about the grounding techniques. When we work with the chakra spinning, we always start from the bottom up, from the brown up. Why? What does brown do? You said grounding, balances, and also is a safety net. You will see that when we do our visualizations, we end always in brown, because it's a safety net that pulls us back to the present moment. What will happen if you start spinning your chakras, let's say from the root, which is where you all learn, up, from the red up, and ignore the brown? What could possibly happen to you? You might, you might experience a Kundalini activation. Now, there are about 10,000 books out there and modalities that say Kundalini yoga, Kundalini exercise, da-da-da-da-da. Everyone do Kundalini. The Kundalini dance. What will happen if you activate Kundalini energy unprepared prematurely? You can go insane, you can get sick, you can die. Those books are, that's exactly right. Kundalini activate. What is Kundalini? What does it mean? It means snake. And what is it based on? Your spinal column that's kind of snake-shaped. And the premise behind it is that you start at the base or root chakra and you push that energy all the way up your spinal column to the pineal and crown area, and then it explodes open. Only thing is, when that explodes open, it's a one-time deal. You don't go back. You're opened. And if you're unprepared and it's premature for you, you're in big trouble. A lot of people in mental institutions and criminal institutions had premature Kundalini activation. That's why they're in institutions. What happens is you start becoming aware of many realities all at once, and you cannot focus in any of them.
Almost like being autistic.
Well, part of the time, medical science or psychological science calls it multiple personality disorder. That's a form of it. It's really Kundalini activation, but they don't accept that. Don't do it. Your genetics are pre-programmed to activate Kundalini in stages and in sequence, so that by the time you're 60, you may be programmed to be up to this level now. Okay? You may not be scheduled to open up all the way. We have to